What's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty. I'm back. Shout out to the GPA, Global Power Ambassadors. Here we are with another Raising Kanan Season 4 Theory and Prediction video. Now, what we're going to discuss today is why Marvin Thomas, the fan favorite, is most likely to go to prison. Now, we're going to go and we're going to discuss every single thing that the feds have against Marvin, whether they are correct or incorrect, and they're pretty much correct about almost everything. We're going to discuss the snitches and also one or two snitches that I believe exist that it has not come out yet that this person or these people are snitches. And then when we get to the end of the video, I'm going to let you guys know if I really think he will make it to prison, he will take one for the team and willingly go to prison, or if he will leave our story in a different kind of way. Now, we know that there's only 2 more seasons of Raising Kanan. They haven't told us we definitely won't get a 6. Maybe we will, but maybe they will cut it off at 5, okay? So that means that by the end of this series, obviously, Raquel, Lulu, and Marvin have to go, and Jukebox has to completely turn dark before the end of this series, okay? So we have to understand that within the next 2 seasons, Raquel, Lulu, and Marvin will be gone. We will at least lose one of these 3 main characters in some kind of way. Now, this video is going to be another banger. Without further ado, let's get to it, all right? Now, we're going to talk about why Marvin is the most likely to go to prison, all right? And it's because the feds, they on his ass, man. First of all, you got Gerald. He spent way too much time with Gerald. He pulled up. He paid these cops what he thought was drug money in order to protect Gerald. I don't know how he didn't tell, or he wasn't able to tell that those is police, right? You're in a room with 3 white people and you're talking about drugs. He should have seen that as a setup. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, right? And along with that situation, okay, you got the mailman murder of Sal Baselli, right? Right? Sal Baselli died in broad daylight. He killed Sal Baselli in broad daylight. I still believe that there's going to be some kind of picture that comes up, right? There was a photographer when that murder took place. Besides that fact, there are people who will be able to point Marvin out in a lineup, right? If it just so happened that that happened. There's a reason why this murder happened in broad daylight, okay? Now, in also regards to that, you have the perceived murder confession in Sal's fish store. And you know what? While we here, we're going to talk about Stephano being a potential informant. I 100% believe he is an informant. We're talking about somebody who went against the higher-ups of the Italian mob, right? Had Sal Baselli killed, okay? If he will slime out his own people, you better believe he will slime out some perceived Mulianos, right? Some Moolies, some niggas, right? He will definitely do that. He will definitely do that. Now, yesterday, I finished watching the entire season 3 again. And in the episode where Raquel takes Marvin to talk to Stephano, in which Raquel tells Stephano, yo, I want back in the game. And he was like, yo, Unique just went down, blase blah, you're already back in the game. Not only once, but twice, okay? Stephano got Marvin to reveal himself as the quote-unquote mailman, right? And got him to reference the murder, right? That's enough probable cause within the case where they already got so much information on you that already links you to the Italians, okay? In which we will continue to talk about. But like I said, Stephano will become a rat now. I think I know what Stephano's end will be, and it involves new characters, and I will make a video on that later, right? But now moving on, right? The feds have an informant connecting Marvin to Baselli's crew and the shootings that took place in Baisley and the 40 projects, all right? These are the most compelling points of evidence against Marvin. And now I also want to add, if Stephano is a rat, now you got Marvin who can connect, now you got Stephano who can connect not only Marvin to the deaths of Ronnie and Howard, but he could also place Raquel there and Kanan there. He could also say, hey, that's what happened if he was already talking to the feds. We got to understand that Detective Tanner, right, he has said on multiple occasions that he has a witness that's high up on the food chain, basically, who gave him information. He knows these things, right? At least one rat will come out of or will be exposed in regards to what's going on with Raquel Thomas and them. And it has to be somebody more important than just the bald dude that worked in Stephano's store. It has to be a big fish. The big fish. Stephano. I'm telling y'all, Stephano's a rat. He's in cahoots with whatever's going on with Snaps and Pop. You know what I'm saying? Snaps and Pop, hey, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to make a video on that as well, man. Because you can't trust Snaps and Pop either, man. You can't trust them either. You can't, all right? And now, after I spoke about Stephano potentially being a rat, now we got to talk about Demo. Demo, who exposed himself as being someone who did a favor for Howard back in the day. Howard was a crooked cop. Demo obviously gave information to Howard. Tanner's gonna put the pressure on Demo. Demo is gonna say, yeah, I was there when he caught that body. When he killed Sal Baselli, I was there. I was the driver, right? So y'all know Demo gotta get clapped. We can expect Demo to be killed. Demo will die. Stephano will die and be burned in his own furnace. This is what is going to happen. Now, let's talk about what could we expect Marvin to go through before the end of the season. Where will he end up? He has all of this against him. Will he actually end up in prison? I want to say I do not expect Marvin to end up in prison for the simple fact that if Marvin ended up in prison, then there is a way to prevent Jukebox from becoming the dark woman who she was, that we all know and love within the OG Power series. Marvin has to die in order for Jukebox to cross into that lane, okay? So I feel like Marvin will be pursued by the feds. Demo's gonna get killed in the process. Couple people gonna get knocked off, or basically they just gonna remain silent. And that's gonna make things a little bit harder for the feds, but they still will have enough evidence on him. I feel like if they really wanna make it dramatic, the feds will be closing in on Marvin towards the end of the season. Now, he could end up disappearing. However, I feel like if anyone's gonna disappear, it will be Rock. Okay, if anyone's gonna disappear, it would be Rock, right? Rock probably has that kind of escape plan. I wouldn't expect people like Lulu or Marvin to have an escape plan. So that leaves me with this one last option. And in a dramatic fashion, Marvin dies for Jukebox in some kind of way. I also believe that Jukebox will catch her first body in season 3. I don't think they're going to make us go, in season 4. I do not think they're going to make us go another season without Jukebox catching this body. She's gonna catch this body, right? I believe that Marvin is going to protect her. There may be some kind of backlash or something. And thus, Marvin will protect Jukebox. Jukebox never goes down for whatever murder she caught. Marvin dies. Marvin gets blamed for everything, right? Jukebox goes to military school. And then if they really want to take it there, we can have Marvin go out, right? Marvin can go out in a blaze of glory. The feds is coming. He's saying, hey, yo, listen, I'm not going back to prison, right? I'm not having it. Goes down in a blaze of glory, shoots it out with the police. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God-gifted. That's touched by an angel. That's on the dome, nigga.